Okay, off we go.
So, good afternoon, dear colleagues. In the next presentation, I will focus a little bit more on the impact and spread of alien macrocrustaceans in surface waters in Flanders. First of all, what are alien species? Alien species are these species which occur outside their natural geographic range. And some of these species, they can develop dense populations and become dominant, and in this way, they can also have an effect on the native biota. And then these species are called invasive species. The invasive species, they can have an impact, ecological as well as economical. Ecologically, they can cause a decrease in the biodiversity, and they can also have an effect on the ecosystem and on the functioning of the ecosystem. They can interact on several levels of the food web, and in this way decrease the stability of this food web. Economically, they can cause high costs for eradication and control. For example, they can block the inlet of pipelines, and in this way your system doesn't function anymore. They can also, for example, cause a decrease in the yield of aquaculture by introducing these species. Most of the time they also take some diseases with them, and in this way these diseases are spread into your natural system. Why is especially the aquatic ecosystem so vulnerable to invasions? Well, there are several reasons for it. First of all, a lot of alien species are transported via ballast water of ships, as you can see on this picture, via foul hauling or ballast water. And due to the increasing trade in the world, also the number of introductions of species is increasing. Secondly, due to environmental degradation in former decades, there were a lot of niches that became available, and these niches could easily be taken in by invasive species. Third, the connection of several waterways and the construction of canals made it very easy for alien species to cross from one place to another. And then last but not least, there's also aquaculture. So a lot of species are deliberately or undeliberately introduced via aquaculture, as you can see on these pictures. And all these human-specific vectors, they cause that a lot of species are transported worldwide and that they are dispersed from one point to another. There is a certain process going on with the invasions. First of all, species, they originate from a potential donor region and they can be introduced into a new region. Most of the time, as said, this goes via transport, for example, of ballast water. And then at this point, biotic and abiotic factors play a crucial role whether the species is able to establish and reproduce or not. And then in the final stage, they can disperse and whether or not become dominant. And in this final stage, the interaction between species like, for example, competition and predation plays an important role. There are several introduction pathways, especially for Flanders and Central Europe in general. And these are related to several hotspots. There are 4 main hotspots for Flanders, and this is North and Central America, the Ponto-Caspian region, which is situated over here, Southern Europe, which is situated over here, and Southeast Asia. And there are several vectors as well. Okay, I think we can enter over here. It's okay.